right, welcome to Workshop Studios, and today's project is to rebuild this gas barbecue. It's a next grill. So thanks for joining, and let's get started. All right, so it looks good on the outside. It's a little grubby, and I'll do some scrubbing on it, but here's what the real issue is. We can bring you a little closer here. You open it up, and the inside is just totally rusted out. So we need to rebuild it. And they sell a kit on Amazon. I'll get it over here so you can see it. That has all of the goodies in it. There's the number. Oops, there's the number. Made in China, of course. Hopefully it's going to be just fine. So that should have the sparkers, the grill covers, and everything. So let's go ahead and get it started and see what that looks like. First thing to do is to get all of these grills off of here. And they're reasonably clean, but we're going to wear some gloves anyway. So this comes off easy enough. And so do these. And now you can see the carnage in here a little better. These are just, they've fallen down, they're all busted up. You can see how, well, we got our money's worth out of that one, didn't we? So let's get those out of here. Hardly worth recycling those. What a mess. And you can see that the tubes, hopefully you can see down in here, these tubes have fallen apart and they're down where they shouldn't be. So it's a good thing we're rebuilding. So let's open that kit up and see what's in there. So the burners look like they're held in with a pin. There's a pin there if you can see it. Right there. But the pins are so rusty, they're just sort of falling out. This one, the pin came out of it. So, and then they lift up off of this little bracket here. And then they come out, oops, can't see that one, can you? Then they come out looking like that. And there's the sparker hooked on to something underneath here, so we'll have to get into there and look. This one just fell off because the bracket's gone on it, so we'll have to figure that. And the bracket's gone on this one too. So this one the pin is out of. Let's see if I can, there we go. Lift it up off of there, and you can see how that does that. And this one looks like the pin is still in there, which is good. But we'll have to get that one out of there. So all the sparkers come into our little spark button here, and that just unscrews. Okay, there's our little battery in there, and then this other one unscrews. There's a screw in the back. Oops. And then that little device falls out of here, and it has all the sparkers coming into it. See them there? So what we'll do is pull that out. I may not be able to show you that because this is kind of a tight spot, but we're going to pull all those out, and then all these spark wires here will come out, as well as the tubes, and then we'll replace them. Okay, that was pretty easy. I needed a pair of pliers because they were kind of stuck in there, but they do have just a little tab they push onto. So that's pretty straightforward. Hopefully that unit still works. And there's all the wires hanging down there. All right, let's get busy replacing. By the way, I took the bottom tray out as well. The one that just slides out where you can clean the grease out of it. And that gives you access to a lot of other things. All right, so let's get these out of here. The wires just pull through. There's one. Oops. Let's see what I'm doing if I pull it back too far. Two. 3. Looks like the wires are different lengths to accommodate getting closer and farther. There. Now it's all opened up and ready for the new ones to go in. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this, because that is totally rusted out there. There needs to be something that can withstand the, oops, can you see what I'm pointing at? That's where those 2 brackets were, right there and right here. And they are gone. So we'll have to work on that. All right, I've got some hot sudsy water here. I just kind of scrub the inside with a soft brush. Here it is. Just an old shop brush. And I'm letting that kind of soak in while I figure out how to get all the other parts installed. So I'm not too worried about the suds being on there for too long. They need to be. And I even started on the outside here just a little bit to let it soak, because the grease and hot flames and all that kind of leave their mark on it. Anyhow, I'll get you back when we got the bits in here. So the sparkers hook on here with 2 screws, and then there's a little gap there you can see, and that's where that spark happens, right there against that tube. That gap is between the little pin and the tube with the holes in it there. So they've given us a bunch of screws, and there's where it goes. And it turns out all the wires are the same length on this kit, so we don't have to worry about short and long. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of these together. All right, we're going to try this out. These are little shelf brackets. I went to my hoard and found some of these. This little round pin usually pushes into a kind of a press board set of shelves made out of melamine, and then you support your shelf there. But in this case, we're going to screw it onto the metal here, and that little pin will fit into that hole. And there we go. There's our repair. So it's hooked on there. There's that one. Just screwed it through the metal that was left, and that'll hold on. Okay, good. Let's put them all in there. All right, so this part just pushes onto a little nozzle that's in there, and this guy feeds through one of the holes. There's 2 holes there. Feeds through that hole, and then this feeds through that hole, and then it comes down and just pushes onto the little pin there, and that's all there is to it, really. So I'll just do the rest of these now. All right, I'm not sure how much of this you can see, but I'm laying down looking up underneath at each of these burners. And so here's where the little tube came in and hooks onto this nozzle, if you want. And these are all the wires that run down for this gadget. Okay, and these are super long. So what I did was I ended up sort of weaving them back in here so that they're all about the same length, and then they're not going to be a big wad of wires hanging down here. So let me go ahead and put this back together. This went in pretty easily. It goes in sideways like this. So once you get that in there, it's not a problem. So let me do that real quick. Here it is, pushed in for the most part, and the wires are all woven back in there. So let's go up top and we'll get it buttoned in. Well, I can't get the sparkler to work, so we'll try out the burners, make sure they're working. So here we go. I'm going to just use a regular old flame. And there we go. Nice. And there's that one. And there's that one. And there's that one. And there's that one. Oh, that's nice. And they're all burning beautifully. So I think we've got a good bead on it here. So I'll put the rest of it together and I'll show you what it looks like. Ooh, make a lot of noise there.